with me. So, good morning and happy New Year. So, the beginning of 2024, all I ask is that all of you mute yourself. That way, I can have the recording on. We just don't have background noise. That'd be fantastic. So, welcome, and especially if it's of your first time with me. How this works is you'll see that I'm in gym clothes because sometimes I might have already just gone for a walk or I'm about to go for a walk after this masterclass. It's very casual, but it's also very powerful and impactful as well. So part of masterclass is it's mystery school. So it's the teaching of the ancient wisdom from Atlantis, Egypt, times of consciousness and awakening. And it's done so that you've got a lesson, not like at school. I'm not here to be a teacher like at school. This lesson is like, provoking. I'll take that and I practice it. So it's like a direct message from the universe. And today's lesson is all about the way to a fantastic life is dot, dot, dot. And I thought, what a great way to start the year. Um, Now, for me, my year actually starts 1st July, but generally speaking, people start their year 1st of January. And I thought it was a great way because of the words, the way to a fantastic life. So we're going to break that down to begin with, the way. So in third dimension old paradigm, it's taught this is the way. This is the way. I'm not actually going to tell you which is the way. I never tell anyone this is the way. I say, what if? Some of you have been with me for quite a while. You'll know I say, this was the way. And I say, what if? So that you can work out your own internal vibration GPS going, yeah, it might be. No, I don't want that way. What if? So the way. There's only one way. There's your way. You might have heard the saying, it's my way or the highway. I'm not into that either because that's old paradigm, not even for myself. It's always about questioning, hang on, what way will I do it? What way suits me? What way fits me? What way feels good? So always ask yourself, hmm, the way, which is the way, because not every single way will fit every single person. It's a bit like you might try on that dress and it suits you, but it doesn't suit me. Or I love dogs and some people don't love dogs. I love cats, but they give me a huge reaction. So it's not my way and someone else could have a cat. So that way, the only way is what's internal for you. And when you take a deep breath and you go, okay, this is the way I need to go. It's like when people sign up to my events and courses, or even you guys being here on my masterclass live, or if you're watching the recording, hashtag replay, let me know how you're going. Is it your way? Because I can't tell you you're going to get, because I don't know. And in fact, when I am teaching, I get everybody to write their intention, not in the masterclasses like here, but the big events like the 8-day medical intuition immersion. I say, write your intention because you're going to design your way. So the way. Two, we're going to. What do you want? Going back to the way and your intention, it's what do you want from it? So if you go that way, what is it that you're actually wanting? Now, this relates to goal settings, relates to the year, relationship, making a coffee, having dinner, any of those things. It's like so expansive. So the way to what is it you want to go to? Where do you want to go? How do you want to feel? The way to what? Well, I actually want to feel really content, fulfilled, happy, joyous, angry, annoyed, whatever it is. Well, the way to feel that is behave this way, do these things. So the way to A, fantastic, but I don't know what your fantastic life is. What would make your life fantastic? So as you can see with Mystery School, It's like the school means education. And to educate means to put a spotlight on something and light it up and go, oh, lights on here. What do I need? And we get that through having relationships, work, children, animals, dis-ease, whatever it is, to go, spotlight. Just been diagnosed with pork chop disease. Spotlight. I need to be aware of what is the way to whatever life I want. But I'm saying the way to a fantastic life, but what's fantastic for you? Have you ever considered it? Have you ever thought it? Have you been taught subconsciously or subliminally by watching your parents, family, friends, teachers have a life that's in survival, struggle, poverty, abundance, love, caring, whatever it is? But it's not something we tend to look at. So this morning, my usual thing, as I woke up, just that on that thing of, oh, do I get up and empty my bladder? It's a great day to have a great day. It was like an automatic thing. So that for me sets my day to be a fantastic day, but also life. A goal set, I meditate, a journal, set intentions for a fantastic life. Why? Why not? So have you ever considered having a fantastic life and that this would be it? Why fantastic? Why not? Why not celebrate? You see, when we celebrate, and some of you have done the Millennium Calendar course, when we celebrate, we set this high vibration in our body, which keeps us in this higher frequency, no matter what's happening. When it's fantastic, and even when things are going crappy or bad, there's still a higher vibration happening. Even when you're tired, it can still be fantastic. So I'm going to give you an example because sometimes people say, I'm not sure what you mean. Can you give an example? Sure. So after working in Egypt for a month and coming back home, I suddenly hit this thing of tiredness. Now, for those that don't know, I'm not a sleeper. I average 3 to 4 hours sleep a night. I sleep more in winter time. But I came home and I slept for like 4 days and 4 nights. I just couldn't wake up. I'd wake up, I have something to eat, and I'd go back to sleep, and then I'd wake up, and something to eat, go back to sleep. That was actually fantastic. My son today said to me, are you okay? You need to see a doctor. No, I don't see doctors. That's my choice. But it was actually fantastic. It was something that I'd never done. Instead of berating myself of you should be up and this is not normally like you and get up, come on, what's wrong with you and all that. It was fantastic. It was fantastic just to be able to totally to surrender to that. It was fantastic that my son noticed it's not like mum. It was fantastic because as I lay on the couch during the day sleeping with Netflix in the background, my dog slept with me on the couch. It was fantastic because when I went to bed, it was like, oh, my bed. If you've ever been away for a long time, I don't know about you, but I miss my bed and I miss my pillow. And it was fantastic to have my bed, fantastic to have my pillow. So the way to a fantastic life for me is, what if that was your affirmation? What if you set that as a goal? Every Monday, I have a CEO day, Chief Empowerment Officer day. You have to be in business to have this. And I set myself up for what do I want? The day, the week, the month. I review everything. As I said, you don't have to be in business to do this. But I set myself up for what will make this fantastic. That high vibration that I can celebrate, no matter what's happening, no matter what's going on. So now I'm going to even take you before I went to Egypt. My dog, Zach, some of you know this, was diagnosed with lymphatic cancer. and he was deteriorating very quickly. I'd come back from working in Greece, and I went, she's lost so much weight. I saw it while I was in Greece. Came back, he'd lost so much weight. You could see his spine and his skull and all sorts of things, and he was hardly moving. I went, right, how can we make this fantastic? So when I tuned into his body, he wanted some medication. He didn't want any healings from me. Make this fantastic. I want to do healings. Oh, wait, he doesn't want them. That's fantastic for him. Before I went to Egypt, we had a family discussion. My two sons, husband, and I discussed, well, what if he needed to be put down while I was in Egypt? Because I'm the one that normally organizes these sorts of things, and I do the emotional care for the boys. We made it fantastic. How? We're actually here in my office, my home-based office. We're sitting on the floor. Zach was in the room too, and we're talking lovingly to him. He already knows the situation. The animals know. And I said, guys, what would you like to do? I gave them the opportunity to be empowered and say, well, this is what we want. Why don't you? What if? Make it comfortable for Zach. Take his blanket, take his bed, take his toys, take them to the vet. Do you want him to be put down at home by the beach? Because I'd found a beautiful vet that had can do it anywhere that you wanted. I made it fantastic by making it loving. And Zach looked at us, knowing what we we're talking about. But he had this smile on his face of, you know what? I came to this family loving, and I'm going to go into out of the family loving. It was fantastic for the boys because tears came up. We're all crying. We're all like sharing, and then we're having giggles and remembering when Zach came, I nearly killed him. What? Because he took my Ugg boot outside. Those that know I love my Ugg boots. You've just arrived and taken my Ugg boot outside. What? You're not going to stay here. And at the end of the whole process, it was fantastic because I said to the boys who are like adults, 24, nearly 30, now, Mum, we feel really good. We feel really good. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And then we'll keep you in touch and we'll send video on the WhatsApp family chat. We made it fantastic. So the way to a fantastic life, no matter whether it's positive or negative, but in mystery school, there's no positive or negative. In neutrals out, there's none of either, is knowing what makes a fantastic life for you. And quite often when I say to people, especially when they're doing my Genius program, which is a month with me, 4 weeks, me harassing them every day for 4 weeks, saying, what does he actually want? I don't know. So this might be something that says to you, I don't know what a fantastic life looks like. That's where you get to design it. You get to create it. You can journal about it. You could do a vision board. You could do a mind map. You could do a painting. You could do a song, anything. What makes your life fantastic? And in fact, it's not just your life. You can apply it to every situation like we did with Zach and the situation there. And in fact, you could do it today. What would make a fantastic life today? Just today. And it might be don't work long hours, have a sleep in, get up early, go for a walk, make a smoothie. That would make a fantastic life for today. Something to consider, something that we don't consider. See, part of life and lessons, we learn better when we're in a higher frequency. What do you mean? Well, we learn when we're not in a higher frequency and sad and upset and hurt and in pain as well. But when you're in the higher frequency, what happens? It comes with grace, understanding, and much easier. And the lessons are quicker, faster, and you evolve and ascend more. And part of having a fantastic life is you're activating, you're flicking on something that turns a dial on to a frequency where you can have this sort of lifestyle instead of the same pain, pattern, loss, hurt. What if 2024 was all about taking responsibility? Respond and able. By the way, that's the energy for this year. That you can respond and be able to go, yeah, if this doesn't make me feel fantastic, then how can I make it? What would it take to make it fantastic? And then what if you are the example of what's possible? As you do that, your friend, your family, your partners, your children, your pets, your work colleagues, your team, your staff, whatever it is, hey, how come everything works out for you? What's it doing? It always works out. What's she doing? I've got this affirmation. The way to a fantastic life is when I make it amazing. What you do is you ripple effect for others to step up as well. But it starts with you. That's part of Mystery School. It starts in here and it vibrates out. We've been taught in education, not that it's good or bad, it's just our paradigm, from without to within. Do it this way. The way to a fantastic life is this and do this. I don't know. Only you know. So it's from within to without. That's the law of attraction. That's the law of manifesting. That's the law of success. In here. This is what makes me feel fantastic. This does. Yesterday, as I was walking Zach a very short distance, I bumped into a client that I haven't seen for many, many years. And she was with me from maybe about 2000, 2001. And she said to me, you know what? I'm not happy. I asked her this question. What would make a fantastic life for you? Knowing I was teaching it this morning. I've never considered that, Jean. You're not. Oh, I know what would be fantastic. I actually need my adult son to move out. Okay. And I could hear her mind ticking. What would it be like? Not that he did anything wrong. She just went, it's time for him to go. It's time for her. She was a single mum. So the way to a fantastic life, you have it all within here of what is right for you, what makes you feel good. So that's today, this week's lesson. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to go around the Zoom room and I'm just going to ask you to unmute, please, only 30 seconds because we've got such limited time and people have got to go to work and all sorts of things of what was your golden heart? And a golden heart is something that dropped in here and went, "Oh, yeah." Not a golden nugget, but it's chicken nugget and you eat it or a blob over here. It's like, yeah, I got it. The way to a fantastic life is what was the thing that you had an aha moment this morning? So we're going to start with Cherie, Pauline, and then Leona. Cherie.
I'm unmuted, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Until I've made all my plans, I'm just going to gurney. I love gurning, so I just gurney, get something done until I make my plans. Thank you.
Thank you, darling. So even that, if Cherie loves gurning, the way to a fantastic life for her today might be doing gurning. So thank you, Cherie. Pauline. Morning.
Yeah, my way to a fantastic life is to celebrate me because I still forget to do it.
You're so in trouble, Pauline. So in trouble. Thank you, my darling. Thank you, thank you. And by the way, when people share the golden nuggets like golden hearts like this, everybody gets to learn. I learn, everyone gets to learn too. Leona.
Morning, everybody. Mine is, I'm trying to work out what is fantastic for me.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We'll go Prem, Andrew, and then Bonnie.
Good morning, everyone. I am feeling fantastic. Like you mentioned, I am with grace and gratitude, counting my blessings, because the ripple effect happening in my family is fantastic. I knew the trip to Egypt was click, click, click of the stargates, and connecting with my sons when I've come back, they're click, click, clicking their stargates. And we're feeling quite aligned and, yes, enjoying that really high vibration, each of us in our own way. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Prem. True.
Good morning. For me, two things. One, the way to a fantastic life is how I set up my day. And two is to have the courage to speak my truth.
Awesome. 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 Thank you so much. Good morning, Bonnie in New Zealand.
Good morning. My golden hearts today, listening to just your talk, is that everything is all in perfect order. And yeah, I realised, because it was a death that brought me back here to New Zealand. So it's just about been a month. And I had on my calendar to have a holiday in New Zealand as well. And it was like, oh, well, I think there it goes. But the other thing for me is that when in Rome, I've just completely allowed myself to be this month, and it's been beautiful spending time with family and driving around the countryside, and it's just been absolutely amazing. But I'm looking forward to getting home. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, darling. Let's go to Denise, Kim, and Rochelle. And guys, if you don't want to speak, that's no problems. You can keep yourself muted.
For me, it's about being with the dogs later today.
Absolutely. I can relate, Denise. Thank you, darling. Kim? Can you unmute Kim?
Sorry. Good
That's
morning.
all right.
It's about having a Chief Empowerment Day every Monday and making sure that I've got my plan that I want.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And thank you to Kim, Bonnie, and Colleen, because they're ringing in from New Zealand. So thank you. They're for hours in front. I think it was Rochelle next, was it right? Yes.
Good morning, Jean. I think I feel that it came to me about choices, and sometimes some choices have been given to me where there's not much of a choice. It's just something that has to be done. And so to just accept and go with the flow of whatever that might be, instead of fighting it or resentment, whatever. It's just go with the flow and appreciate whatever comes from it.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. Let's go Pia, Karen, and Monique.
Hi, everyone. My fantastic life, I've just even sitting out here, the start of my day, sitting outside. Normally I'm in the room, and my computer, I couldn't get the volume to go down, so I had to come out here. But I think the thing for me is to have an organized day, but I can have short focuses of a month. I don't have to do the whole, oh, where's my life going? And I can chunk it down. So it's like giving myself permission to just chunk it down, even like today, even day, step by step. So thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it can be, okay, in this next hour, what is going to make my life fantastic? For beautiful,
Yeah.
Pia. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Pleasure. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning. I think for me, looking at my life and what would be fantastic for me is accepting that it's okay to take time for me, and that what the new me may be is it's okay. That'll be different from the old me, and that's okay. So just accepting what's coming.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you.
Morning, Jean and everyone. I think my golden heart was that it's up to me to define what is going to be good for me and my life and what I want to do in future. So thank you.
Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. We'll go Ruth and then Nate.
Good morning, everybody. So my golden heart was very similar to Monique's in that we have the choice to plan what makes a fantastic moment, day, life for ourselves. And also the golden heart was about when we have a wobbly bit to still flip that over and say, well, it can be fantastic because of, or it is fantastic because of.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
Good morning. Nice to have you back, Jane.
Thank you, lovely. Thank you.
I'm excited for Mondays again. And what stood out for me today was that what is a fantastic life can change on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. It doesn't have to be a one thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And you can all use this, as Pia said, in every single moment, the way to a fantastic life. So I'm going to give you an example. The price of lemons at the moment, I always have like a slice of lemon in my water. There's no lemon in this at the moment. I looked at it yesterday and they were like $17 a kilo. And I went, no, and they're very little, not much juice in them, and especially just coming back from Egypt where they're tiny and just juicy and delicious. And I know they're out of season. I went, okay, what would make the way to a fantastic life for my water? And I went, I've got apple cider vinegar. That would make my life perfect. So I tuned into my body and it was like, yes, have some apple cider vinegar in the water. It's really good for it. Like I normally take it as a tablespoon for a shot in the morning, but now I'm having it in my water, which is high in folic acid, etc. And I went, I still have that thing, but I've just swapped it. So sometimes when you have these lessons, they open up the consciousness and the mind to possibilities that everything is possible. And what happens from that is the secret code to success. It always works out. So beautiful souls, thank you so much for joining me. It's great to be back. We will be back next Monday at 5 a.m. for another lesson. Please know that as I finish this, there'll be a pop-up meme with those words there that you can put as a screensaver or print it or save the photo. That's there for you to use to practice now, whenever or whatever. And remember, take some time to see what is the fantastic life for you. And it could be in the moment, the next hour, this week, while on holiday, while working, or while cooking, whatever it is. But only you know it's from within to without, not without to within. So have the bestest day, the bestest week. And for those that I'm going to see this afternoon, we do our first Facebook Live again with Medical Tuition, where I'll tune in 4:30 on my business channel, on my business Facebook, Jean Sheehan Millennium Education. And we have one spot left for 2024 Energies in person this Saturday, only one spot left. And we have got bookings open for 2024 Energies line. We've got the both, that's on the 28th of January. They're both on the website. And remember, the way to a fantastic life is, and you fill in the dots. Lots of love, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, Jean.
Thanks, Jean.
Thank you.